Hello everyone, my name is Advocate Alexander Murimi Mushangi with Muchangi and Onamu Advocates. Today we'll be talking about criminal law, or ideally the criminal justice system of Kenya. Who are the main players of the criminal justice system of Kenya? And of course the first person is are the police. These are people who enforce the law, who arrest, all that. Number two is the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. Director of Public Prosecution is the one who actually executes or prosecutes any criminal case in Kenya. They recommend charges after investigations have been done by the police. The other player is the judiciary of Kenya, the bench, the judges. They play a great role in the criminal justice system. We also have the advocates. We also have the general public. The criminal justice system is one that is enshrined and mostly under Article 49, Article 50, and Article 51 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. So let's start with a person who is an arrested person. This is also a major player of the criminal justice system. Once you are arrested, what rights do you have? One, as an arrested person, you have a right to be presented before a court of law within 24 hours, unless it's a public holiday or it's a weekend. And in such events, you are entitled to what we call a police bond. So within the station, if you are an arrested person, talk to the officer commanding station. You are entitled, you have a right to a police bond. You will be issued with a police bond, then appear in court, in a date that will be issued to you by the officer commanding station. However, maybe on that, it's also good to note there are some offenses in Kenya which maybe you cannot get a police bond, which mostly are the capital offenses, that is murder, manslaughter, and also the sexual offenses. Rarely do you get a police bond, because you see those are offenses that call for higher punishments even in the penal code. The other thing I would also want to add on that is, once you are arrested and now you are presented in court and charged, now you are a charged person. What are your rights as now a charged person? Any person who has been charged before a court of law has a right to bail or bond at favorable terms. Whatever offense that you have committed in Kenya, you are entitled to a bail. What this means is that you can be able to do your case while not in remand. Of course, the bail terms vary with the charge or with the kind of a person you are, because someone who is likely to maybe flee Kenya, or someone who is a foreigner, cannot be issued the same terms with a local. Again, someone who has committed or is suspected of committing murder cannot be given the same bail terms or bond terms with the person who maybe has done theft. So I think that is important to note. And again, whether you are an arrested person or a charged person, you have a right to an attorney. Always have indicate that you have a right to your attorney. The other right you have is you have a right also to talk to a friend, whether you are arrested or charged. You also have a right not to give incriminating evidence. So the police should not force you or torture you into giving incriminating evidence. Maybe something I can add on the criminal justice system would be now the issue of the victims. And you find that victims or complainants have now been enshrined in the criminal justice system, where you find that a person, a complainant, or a victim, or the family of a victim, say it's a murder case, can have an attorney in a criminal case, to watch brief and ensure that everything is going as it should be. So much as maybe the scope of the attorney may be limited, they have a right to talk or when there is the bail is being issued, or to give submissions, or to cross-examine, say, an accused person. Then we can also, on the criminal justice system, we have also seen where we've now developed or gone to alternative dispute resolution, even in criminal cases. You find that, say, if it's a case of theft, and you're ready to bring back the complainant to the position they were, you find that court are willing to let you go and negotiate that outside the court. Again, this is to reduce the backlog and everything. The main contention has been maybe the mediation in capital offenses. You find that even in murder, courts have allowed out-of-court settlement, where the aggressor or the accused person talks with the family of the victim, and they pay them something and bring back, and now they're able to withdraw the case. In sexual offenses, maybe this has not been seen a lot because of the Sexual Offences Act, which is very strict, and maybe those are some of the areas that are being reviewed. But in criminal justice system, remember your rights, if you are arrested or accused person, are paramount, and they are given priority at any given time. A right to remain silent, right to an attorney, a right to bail, right to bond, and right to be presumed innocent before any hearing. That will be all for today. Kindly join me in my next session. Thank you.